CMG 245 assignment creating secure networks. Dr. Jones, this is Tony Puente, chose to do hardening a network hardware. Got to start off with secure policies, documentation, legally binding documentation. The SANS.org website has tons of templates for you. Jump on there, plug in your company name, and it seems like you're good to go. Next would be switch port security. Always got to disable the open ports. I know there's software with GUI interfaces that you can basically, with a picture, you just click on the port you want to disable and it disables it. DHCP snooping validates the messages going through and stops any rogue DHCP servers to get into your information. MAC address filtering. Everything has a MAC address. You just have to create a really big list of all the devices that are okay to use the switch, and you're good to go with that. VLANs, virtual LAN, local area networks. Network segmentation, so you basically have a bunch of different networks on one switch, basically. So you would have accounting, whole floor of accounting, and then as it gets bigger and bigger, you're going to have to move them to a different floor. They can still access all the same information on their network. The VLANs, again, also makes them all the same network. That is also helped by the trunking. Helps sort all the traffic. Access lists. Those are a set of rules basically that either allow or deny traffic set to a firewall or a router. This helps your security posture. With the access list, you can you're basically poking holes in the system to allow certain things to go certain places, and basically at the end of your code, you're gonna want to have basically like a catch-all at the end of that to make sure it's just a explicit deny all, and you're basically filtering by IP address and port numbers. For that, the Wi-Fi security protocols was a little tough to understand. It's a lot going on there. For that, a lot of the WEP, wired equivalent privacy, probably the worst security ever. It's a static key of 64 to 128 bits. Basically, the skip that part. The initialization vector is only of 24 bits, so it's pretty easy to break. The next, basically, next security was the WPA, which is the Wi-Fi protected access. That uses the TKIP and the PSK, which is the encryption, and then the pre-shared key. For that, again, I don't totally grasp the whole Wi-Fi protocols. I'll have to probably do a little more digging and a little more research on that. The IEEE 802.1 is basically port-based network access control. Uses EAP, which is encapsulation service, and with that you have to authenticate everything through that. The TLS took over for the SSL, the secure sockets layer, as a successor, essentially. I guess, secure policies, again, you need to have the legally binding. You need to understand the governing of policies, what's legally enforced, and then the technical policies of the IT staff, which is the Wi-Fi policies, the bring your own device, the BYOD, which is very big in my line of work. Enterprise phone systems, everything's bring your own device now to basically merge into everything else. And then email, which everyone kind of talks to via email now. So End user policy is also like the clean desk policy. Basically, keep all sensitive materials off your desk when you're done, so there's no prying eyes. That's pretty much all I have. Hopefully, kind of covered everything. And talk to you soon. See ya.